This is the Pop
Culture
Culture
Outlet.
Outlet. I'm Jacob.
I'm Ethan.
And we got a cool episode. We're missing Andrew, but that's all right.
Unfortunately.
He's at a Mariners game, so let's
go
hope.
Mariners.
That's right.
It's a rough, rocky road right there.
It really is.
It
can be tough.
Yeah, tough being a Mariners fan here in Seattle.
Hopefully they actually win. But let's jump into what we're going to be talking about today. We have a couple different topics. Today we're going to be talking about some Joji. That's who he was just playing, some pixelated kisses.
Yes, for all of our live listeners right now, we got a stacked list of Joji and Gorlliaz who we'll be talking about today. Anybody watching on YouTube, TikTok, or Insta, y'all unfortunately don't get the playlist. Sorry.
It's all right. But, check in on 88 on the Berg then.
Yep, Friday, 6 p.m. We're live every week.
Yep. So let's just jump right into my topic, which is going to be Joji today.
Joji.
If you guys don't know, Joji, he started early in the early 2000s as a YouTuber and a meme persona. He was kind of a guy that would make ranchy comedy, didn't care, didn't have a filter.
Yep.
And he blew up early 2015 and 16.
Yes.
And he became a huge meme persona. And
Filthy Frank.
Yes, that is the name of his channel, which sadly
Filthy Frank.
TV Filthy Frank. Sadly, he lost most of his videos to demonetization.
Demonetization.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I said that wrong. But
copyright, it's struck us as a channel, on here on YouTube.
I feel that. But he had a couple different personas. He had the Filthy Frank persona,
Pink guy,
yeah. Which really kind of started his music career. Actually,
big on Vine. Actually,
yeah, it was big on Vine and early YouTube. He dresses up in a complete pink suit, head to toe. And he
had this wacky voice.
Had a wacky voice and did meme rap. He would say random stuff, didn't care what it was.
Nothing we can mention that's PG.
Sadly. But, as he became that pink guy, he kind of dropped his YouTube out of nowhere and because of some medical health problems. But he said he wanted to continue his career as a musician. And, most people coming from a complete meme page and jumping into some serious type music, it's almost impossible. And he somehow managed to do that. And not to mention, if you guys remember the Harlem Shake, early internet trend, he was the one that started that, by the way.
Really?
Yes. He was the first originated video, and he did the Harlem Shake, and it blew up and became a Vine TikTok. Or not TikTok, but became a thing on Vine.
That was him?
That was Joji, bro.
Dude, that's crazy. Speaking of Joji, he's also very much well known for his Slow Dancing in the Dark. That was probably his biggest song coming out in 2018. Ended up becoming a TikTok audio for a good 3-4 years, honestly. It was around for a while.
Slow Dancing in the Dark on YouTube Music right now has 62.4 million plays.
Wow. Like You Do is also really good. Let's see. I'm trying to remember that that other Joji song that really blew up on TikTok.
Glimpse of Us.
Glimpse of Us. Thank you.
Yeah, or Die for You. Those are his three biggest ones. Glimpses of Us reaching 5,023 million plays. Whoa. And Die for You with 69 million plays.
Dang. Yeah, Joji has been just on a skyrocket since I'd say since 2011 is when he started out. He ended up dominating Vine after a while. Once Vine died, Joji kind of took a moment to focus on his mental health, and then he came back.
Physical health as well. He actually has seizures or something like that, and so that's one of his main reasons why he quit the Filthy Frank persona. Is he couldn't take it anymore. It was too physically demanding.
I wonder, being out on the stage, being out in front of crowds with as big of a star that Joji is nowadays, I wonder if that is, inducing it all.
It's funny. I've seen clips of him in concerts, and he takes it pretty serious. But out of nowhere, he'll break down and make jokes, and people, the community knows who he is, so they show up in pink suits all the time, and he will single those people out and bring them up on stage sometimes every once in a while. So it's not like he's completely getting rid of the persona, which he kind of did. He just understands that it was his step to what he is now as Joji as an artist. He does such serious music now, and some sadder or even poppy songs, as you might have heard, and you will hear in this next hour. So, yeah, he's a really cool artist, and if you haven't checked him out, listen to him.
That actually leads me into a question.
What's up?
Do you think Joji will ever return to posting, pink guy content?
I
or
don't
filthy
think so.
Frank?
I think it's too ranchy, and with the way everybody views stuff now, he escaped it at the perfect time.
Yeah.
And if he were to return back to that ranchy comedy and stuff, I bet he would have this fan following for show. But he would also have way more hatred, and
I think it would be short-lived.
it would be very short-lived because people idolize Joji now.
Yeah.
And if he were to just leave that persona and go back to the old Filthy Frank, and especially if he didn't make it as funny as he used to, which he couldn't literally do it on YouTube or any other platform without having people to pay for it,
Yeah. That's
So
true.
like, I just don't see the Filthy Frank ever coming back. I see Joji as an artist, and maybe if he decides to make a band with somebody, because he collabs with a lot of artists. He is actually a Japanese Australian native, and so
Born in Japan.
Yeah, born in Japan, and his mom is Australian, I believe, and he works with a lot of Japanese artists, and he's actually under a Japanese music label, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's actually sick.
Yeah.
That actually kind of leads me to a different question. Very, very similar vein, though. Do you think he'll ever kind of change his persona, go out of Joji and go into something else?
I could definitely see that. As a person that's done it already twice now, you can see
a few times, like more than twice.
Yeah,
really.
and he has so many different characters in the show and in his head that he did. So I would have to say, yeah, I can totally see him doing this pop culture sound, like the pop sound.
Yeah, shout out Pop Culture Outlet.
Pop Culture Outlet. But I can also see him writing, I don't know, like some like. Maybe even some rap songs.
Yes, that's what.
He did early meme raps. So.
Yes, I was thinking like kind of like the artist Lil Dicky, right?
Yeah.
How he does kind of story raps, kind of funny raps.
Definitely.
I think Joji could really pull that off in a really funny way and in a compelling way.
I completely agree, actually. If he does that and maybe he makes songs that are little funny, kind of like Little Dicky or Young Gravy or something like that.
Yeah, Young Gravy, absolutely.
At first it started as meme rap for both of them, and then they settled down just a little bit, but also continue to make their content that way.
They still made it like themselves and made it story rapping.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the exact name that Lil Dicky referred to it, but I think Joji kind of focused on his more like serious tone, his more, not dark vibe, but he definitely put out his music from the heart.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Some of his music, you can tell it's like either about a girl or a relationship
it's
or
from
something
the
like
soul,
He's singing his heart out, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has a crazy range as well from because if you guys don't know the Filthy Frank show, he would actually talk in a raspy voice and like on purpose.
Yeah, that's right.
But he sings those high notes, and he sings a tenor as
Glimpse of Us. That's one of his most notable songs where he hits that like tenor, almost reaching into alto range. Really, like he's
very close to it.
He's doing that whistle voice is what it's called, where he's kind of going from the back of his throat and. I guess enunciating the lighter pitches of his voice.
Yeah,
coming
real
from
talent,
choir
man.
students,
Yeah, real talent.
Yeah, Joji has a lot of like just vocal talent in general. Like you said, wide array of range and just very wide vocal range.
Yeah, I completely agree. He's an amazing artist. Like I said, check him out.
And the fact that he went from YouTube to blowing up on like Spotify and YouTube Music and all these, musical platforms.
Yeah, he really did a good job being able to transition his fans as Filthy Frank into he kind of like dropped the pink guy music slowly and kind of showed them that I can actually make some good beats, I can make some good music.
Exactly.
And then out of nowhere he was like, all right, I'm done, Filthy Frank. But guess what, Joji, check it out. And he made that new YouTube channel and it popped out.
Exactly.
And then he dropped Slow Dancing in the Dark, and that's when
That
everybody was
just
like, wait,
blew up,
what?
yeah.
Wait. This guy that makes filthy jokes and it doesn't care what he says on
knows
the
how
internet.
to sing, like
He can
what?
sing really well, and it's not like a rap either.
Yeah, it's like completely like story driven. It's completely from the heart. It's completely emotion, like not less. It's completely full of emotion.
Definitely. And then he dropped a music video for it as well on his channel, and that blew up even more. I think he has even more views than the actual YouTube music itself.
Probably, yeah.
Because he did a really good job with singing. Oh my goodness, can you say it for me? Singing.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Cinema.
Cinematography.
Thank you.
Yes.
Jeez. Came out of nowhere.
I got you.
But
Took a second.
He he did a really good job showing his roots in that, and then just making it a really compelling video. So.
And similarly to that, like YouTube to, full on musical, performance, like transition. Anyways, let's hop into some Gorillaz.
Yeah. I would love to hear some deep dives because we've talked to them a little bit about them before, but maybe we can talk about some of the artists and some of their albums and maybe your favorite stuff.
Yes, I am a really big Gorillaz fan. I followed them since probably 2018. Actually, no, way back. I used to watch their old YouTube videos when they were first putting them out.
Yeah, they're old, like, cartoon ones, right?
Yeah. Like, I've probably known about them since, like, 2011, 2012.
Honestly, same. I heard a couple of their popular songs. I haven't hopped on all of their deep dive stuff, but I definitely know about them, and I know some of their great songs.
Yeah, honestly, if you're a 2000s kid, if you're even a 1990s kid, you'll probably know Gorillaz, even if you don't, recognize the name.
I mean, Feel Good, come on.
Yeah, Feel Good Inc., Clint Eastwood, On Melancholy Hill, Dare. You listen to all of those, go check them out. You'll recognize them instantly. But anyways, Gorillaz is a British virtual band formed in 1998. The front man, he's the in charge of audio, Damon Albarn, and the illustrator for all the YouTube videos. And you got the music videos. You got the phases. I'll get into those in a second. His name is
They
Jamie
definitely have
Hewlett.
phases.
There's a whole storyline, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's through all the music videos, right? You got Gorillaz releasing in 2001. They were, putting out a couple singles and a couple tracks, but 2001 you got like Dirty Harry, you got Clint Eastwood, you got 5'4", you got 19-2000, you got a lot of like classic Gorillaz. You got Demon Days coming out in 2005. That's where you got Feel Good Inc., probably their most well-known song.
They've been active for a long time.
Oh yeah, they actually just put out an album called The Mountain out in 2026, released in February of 27th actually.
Okay.
So really recently, literally a month ago today, I'm pretty sure.
Dang.
Yeah. Those songs of the album include The Mountain, The Moon Cave, The Hardest Thing, and The Happy Dictator, and lots of other songs. But one of my favorite songs is Plastic Beach.
Oh,
yes. Most notable for On Melancholy Hill.
That's my favorite song by them.
That's a really good song. But let me get into the phases, because this is where it gets real fun.
Some deep dive stuff.
So Gorillaz is... I did mention, it's two people that are in charge, one in charge of audio and one in charge of video and animating and illustration, right? They're a virtual band. But their music videos do have a storyline, right?
Okay.
There's, in the music videos, there are 4 members of the band, right? 4 distinct members, right? You got 2D, he's the singer. He is most well known for his 2 black eyes, right? They're 2 dents in his head, right? 2D, right?
I get it.
Yeah. And Murdoch, he's the bass player. He's notable for his green skin and scrunched up nose.
Black hair.
Yes, black hair. He plays the bass. You got Noodle on guitar. She's she's kind of a young kid who's like an assassin. She got sent to the Gorillaz in a box.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Another thing is crazy to me is that they write a whole story with cartoon characters as the artist for this band, and then they just write the music as like a side thing. Well, I wouldn't say a side thing, but like, I don't know. It's just never been like
a thing to follow along.
Yeah, it's a thing to follow along, and I've never seen like a band like that before.
It's very interesting how it's done. I also have not seen a band that's done that before. But the 4th member is Russell. He, in the first few albums, has a spirit inside of him, Del the Funky Homo Sapien. He's his own artist. He's featured in Clint Eastwood. He's got a really good bar in that song.
He
does.
Really
good 2 bars, actually. But he appears as this like blue ghost. He was Russell's friend once, who ended up, having his spirit transferred inside Russell's eyes, or Russell's eyes. They glow white and stuff. It's really intriguing. But essentially, Murdoch, right? I don't know the whole like beginning of it, but Murdoch and 2D were intertwined in their fate, right? Murdoch crashed into, I think, a mattress store and hit 2D, who ended up crashing into the ground and getting the 2 dents in his head, the 2D black eyes. He ended up in a catatonic state.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and Murdoch had to take care of him, essentially. He was sentenced to taking care of 2D from now on.
Okay.
he got into another crash with 2D in the car.
No way.
But
Double down on crashing.
really
It's crazy.
did. He really did. But as soon as 2D got up from the crash, he got out of his catatonic state.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and he got the pipes of an angel. So Murdoch was like, "Yo, we gotta start a band."
Evolved almost, like, right?
Nah, for real. And 2D became the singer, notable for his kind of microphone voice.
Yeah.
If you listen to his songs, he kind of talks like this, Camelback.
Yeah.
Kind of like a
early DJ sound.
Yeah, for real. And then Murdoch, he really wanted to start up this band, so he finds Russell, who ends up being the drummer. And after a while, they're looking for a guitarist. They can't find anybody. And they put an ad in the local newspaper. Right after, like 5 seconds after, a box shows up at their doorstep. Noodle pops out of the box with a guitar.
Dang.
Right?
And starts flexing.
Mm-hmm. And you see, their growth go on. I know pretty much up to phase 5, but they're up at phase 8 now with the mountain, from 2025 to now. And they're still going. They're still putting out music.
Is each phase an album, or
each phase is like a stretch of albums? Sorry. So you got phase 1 from 1998 to 2002. So that's like their first few singles and then their first album. You got phase 2, which was 2004 to 2008. So that included Demon Days and I think Plastic Beach, or The Escape to Plastic Beach. That was phase 3. That included Plastic Beach album. Then you got the Now. That was phase 5. I'm trying to... It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, they are a jump through the artist. Like they don't mind being creative in multiple different types of ways.
Exactly. But I will say, the Escape to Plastic Beach phase, one of my favorites. The storyline gets so compelling.
What happens in that?
So Russell, he gets into some toxic waste, and he ends up getting like super big, right?
Oh, no way.
Ends up like stranded on an island and having to like swim through the ocean, super big. Noodle gets replaced by a robot.
Oh, dang.
She is getting captured, and in Demon Days album, so in phase 2, she's actually in, I think, Japan, is it? And she's talking with this giant head, and this is the music video that inspired Dare, right? And
I haven't seen that video yet.
It's really trippy. You've probably seen it like in the way depths of your childhood, right? Way back in nostalgia times, And the guy, that's featured on the song, I forget his name, it's blanking, but he's very notable for his "It's there," and he always says "It's there," right?
Okay.
But originally he was gonna say "It's there," right? Because he was saying "It's coming up, it's coming up."
Oh,
it's
right.
It's there, right? That was what he was saying.
It's done.
What he was doing during that song, right? The "It's coming up."
Yeah.
He was saying to the audio guy, "The music is getting louder. It's coming up. It's coming up." Right, and that's why you hear the music getting louder in the track.
Right.
And then he meant to say "It's there," but it sounded like "It's Dare," and they just continued that. They told him, "Yo, we like that. Sing that." And he's like, "Okay, yeah."
And it became a song. I love how musicians do that. Like,
Dude,
they
right?
make a mistake and then make that the actual song itself. Or
Exactly.
something
It's
like
so
that.
authentic.
It is. It
Yeah.
shows identity, I would say.
But moving on to phase 3, the reason why it's my favorite, right, is the Gorillaz, they need their own place, so they end up finding this plastic beach, this, all this plastic that accumulated in the ocean that they turn into kind of their hideout, right?
Okay.
And there's these people that are after them, kind of this darkness, controlled by the boogeyman, who's this guy that's in like a plague doctor mask. He's coming after them. And there's like this battle. It goes on between multiple music videos. You see Russell, who's super big, swimming through the ocean. He found Noodle, right? And then
Noodle.
right?
Sorry.
So, no, for real. That's how she is, really. Like, she barely talks, but when she does, she goes, Noodle.
No way. I love that.
I'm pretty sure that's why they named her that, because that's what she said when she came out of the box when she first met them.
Yeah,
she
that's
said, Noodle.
It's just that's her personality, you know.
It really is. Noodle is probably the best, in my opinion, followed by Russ.
Yeah, I like Russ the most.
2D is pretty good, but Murdoch, he's the worst.
I think it's like I said earlier, it's very interesting to have a whole cartoon / you know, art style, because they had a very unique art style. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
It went from 2D to 3D though.
Yeah, and they really rocked that 2D for a while too, and it looked I don't know, they made it look underground on purpose.
Yeah.
And that really helped, I think, drive its feel a bit.
It looks like they did go back to their 2D style for their 2026 album, The Mountain.
That's cool. I love that. Then
it actually looks like they went back to their roots. It really looks. It kind of looks like their fifth phase, the Now Now. That album is really good. One of their songs, I think Humility or Humiliation, or I think it's Humility. Yeah, it features Jack Black in the music video.
No, oh yeah, I've seen that video. I remember exactly which one you're talking about now. Yeah.
And then what's really funny about the Now Now is the music videos that they did for them. So in the storyline, in the phases, right, Murdoch got arrested in Mexico, right? So he's trying to escape prison. So they needed a new bass player, right?
Okay.
Who they picked was a guy named Ace from the Powerpuff Girls. Right?
No way.
Go look this guy up online. He looks strangely similar to Murdoch. I'll search him up for Jacob here at the station. But this guy is so funny. He has the green skin, just like Murdoch. He's got the nose. Actually, no, he's got a long nose. Murdoch has the scrunched up nose because he got punched in the face by Russell.
He looks like a villain, low-key.
He is a villain. Yeah, he's a villain in the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So if you're a fan of the Powerpuff Girls, you might know them, or you might know Ace. He's very like greaser style with his green skin, long nose.
The shades.
Yeah, the shades. Got to have the shades. But he took over as bass, as Murdoch. And it's funny. I think the creators of Gorillaz ended up being, they're friends with the creators of Powerpuff Girls.
And so that's how they got the approval?
Exactly.
No way. That's really neat.
I think so, yeah. But the Gorillaz just have so much lore to them. They have so much like going on with their storyline. Like, I have not seen any other band who has done anything like this.
Yeah, very unique style and unique sounds. So I love it.
And if y'all know a band that is similar to this, or if y'all just really like Gorillaz and want to talk about your favorite album or favorite song of theirs, go in the comments down below.